a seat right here. We want to squeeze in all the facing forward seats still. There's one right here. There's two more in the back. Okay. We've just been informed that there may be a slight confusion of who's supposed to be where. If you're in Group C, PSC3, you are in the right room. If you're in any other group, you need to check your agenda to see which room you should be in.
Would be in San Antonio?
If you're in Group B. Group A is in stateroom 2. They moved switch to 3.
This is interview.
Okay. Okay. All right. If you're in Group C, you're in the right room, right? Okay.
Group B is right next door. Group B I'll take your signage. I just go.
Okay, this is
interview.
yes. This is San Antonio B. It's for group C. Yes.
So this is group C. Yeah. Yes. This is group C.
You want to make an announcement? Okay, hold on just a second. Someone's going to make an announcement. Oh, okay.
If you're in group C, this is the correct business. If you are in the room number is actually this is San Antonio Group A, and that's San Antonio Group B. So if you're in Group C, you're in the correct room. If you're in Group B, then you'll be next door.
So is Group C ready to get started? Yes, I am. I'm ready to get started with you. Thank you. Okay. I need everybody to let me know in the back if you cannot hear. I think I have it up as loud as you can go. Can you hear? You couldn't hear that? Okay, what I want you to do though, let's do that again. And I'll tell you what's going on and then you'll understand why I'm showing you clips if you can't hear it. How many of you are familiar with this movie, Catch Me If You Can? This is with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's based on a true story. And in essence, he's a confident man, a con man. But he's 16 years old, and he's able to fool people that he's all these different positions, a pilot, a lawyer, a doctor, simply by the way he dresses and the fact that he's researched that job and so he knows what's going on, and he pulls it off. Based on a true story. He's now doing good. He's working with the FBI and helping catch other confident men. But so I want you to get a visual of what it's like to affect your appearance or affect the things happening in your life just based on your appearance. So let's just take a look at that.
Welcome to my Rachel Bank. How may I help you?
I'd like to cash this check here.
Can you believe that? So he can get away with that just simply by putting on the attire. So we're going to talk about how can you get the job you want simply by dressing the part. Let's see where we're going to go next. We're going to look at some attire today. Hopefully we're going to be looking at some people in the audience who are dressed for the part. One of the things I want you to walk away with today is how to ask for the job without even speaking, how to ask for the job when you are speaking, and how to ask for it with confidence. So you're asking, how can you ask for the job without speaking? So I think you know where I'm going with this. Your nonverbal cues, your attire, your attitude, the look on your face. And then, of course, once you speak, what is it that you're saying during the interview that's going to get you the job? How do you ask for the job? And are you saying it with confidence? Okay, let's see. I am going to ask Deb and Aline. Have you identified what I need today? Okay, you can go ahead and take care of it. I've asked my models to identify 6 people who are ready to ask for a job today, just by how they dressed when they came into this room. So when she taps you on the shoulder, if you can come to the front. What we're going to learn about is dressing to impress. What's the first impression you're making when you enter into a room? Okay, come up here. Ready, go. Do we have 6 people? We have 5. And let's see, who are we missing? You have everybody? Okay. You have 3 men? Okay. Right here, it's 6. I know, I'm going to do something different too. Okay. Deb, can you pass out the sheets for the interview? For the attire, the men and women. So they're going to pass out the interview tips for how to dress, and we're going to read them together. We'll go with the women first. So over here, get out the way. You have business suits. You have business suits. We actually have, I guess I don't really have a true business attire for the interview here. I was looking for someone with a skirt or a dress. Is there anybody in the audience that's wearing a skirt or a dress business suit? Okay, come here, Aline, you read one. Okay, so we can all look very nice going to the interview, but what exactly is an interview attire? There's a difference between business professional and business casual. Business professional usually requires a full suit. Miss Aline is dressed in a suit. She actually has a dress and a matching jacket. So that would be a business professional or interview attire. Next to her, Miss Suzette Thompson. She's dressed professionally, but it's almost like she has a job already, so she can dress business casual in her environment. And you're looking at her, she's pretty sharp, so you're saying, why is that business casual and not business professional? Business casual, let's see. Well, you actually, looking at you're totally, are you matching? Your pants are matching? The only thing she's missing is that she doesn't have the proper heels. So actually, she could really be business professional. She could wear this to an interview if she had the right pair of shoes on. So very good, so that's nice. But over here, if you look at business casual, here's she's covering her shoulders and her arms, and she has matching pants on. This also could have been a jacket. And with the shirt that she has on, with her shoes, it's probably more business casual. Just, Miss Suzette, just change out your pumps and you'll be ready for your interview. Okay? And same with Miss Maria. Can you raise your hands up a little bit for me? Okay, so she doesn't have a pump on, and you're thinking, are you kidding me? She is ready for an interview. But if you change your pump,
Yes.
she's ready to go into the interview. Otherwise, she's business casual.
But they bring shoes that are not.
You know, I think people will understand. If you can do just don't make it a casual shoe. So actually, she can probably be okay with these shoes.
The thing is that the CERT program asks us to wear comfortable shoes and safety shoes in order for us to not have an accident. That's why.
That's why you're ready flat. Otherwise, you'll be ready to see your interview.
I'll be ready for the dinner. I will wear high heel shoes.
Absolutely. Same as you. Okay. Okay. And see, there's a reason and you've made a great point because not everybody can wear the heels and the pumps. And I think when you go to your interviewer, and depending on what company, they'll understand, they'll know. But if you can wear the proper shoes, this is where we're trying to get you to understand what is the proper shoe. A lot of people wear stilettos, you know. There's a wonderful selection of shoes out there. Every shoe has a purpose. And every shoe has their own occasion. The occasion for interviewing is the pump, with no more than 3 inches high. So that's what we want to do. Let's see. Do we have the gentleman here? Turn your name around. This is Mr. Robert Chase. Now, Mr. Chase starts out with a nice professional jacket. And if he had continued on with matching pants, with if you had, let's see here, they suggest leather loafers versus cowboy boots. So if you had matching pants and loafers and a tie, you'd be all set for an interview. What does he need to do what category, first of all, is this? You know what? Actually, let's see. Where's my board? Yes.
When he was outside,
That
was the main thing that looks so good.
Oh, he looks great. Everybody up here looks great. Absolutely. And you know what? Think about this. Can he go in there and tell his interviewer, these boots are expensive? I'm looking for my casual board. Right there? You got the board? Thank you. Yeah. I think he makes it back there. See, when he's not business yet. Can you come forward? Do you mind, Mr. Chase? And I agree. He looks pretty sharp. This is a good-looking guy. Yes.
But can different things work for different regions?
Well, you know what?
Different that will work.
Well, not for an interview. It may work for an office setting, and it will work I'm looking for the casual day. Yeah, right there. It will work for, who said that? I heard somebody say casual Friday. It will work for casual Friday. Why? Because he has jeans on. That makes a difference. Like if he had different color slacks, it would be business casual. But the fact that he has jeans on and the boots, it makes it business casual. It makes it casual. Is that casual?
Well, it's still
Okay, I do have I'm missing a board. It just didn't come with me for some reason. That's it right there, the inappropriate attire. Thank you. So see, it falls under the jeans. It falls under what you don't want to wear to an interview. It can work, and once you have the job, we're not saying don't wear it, it looks bad. We're saying, you're talking about what am I going to wear to the interview to get the job. So you look very handsome, dress like that on casual day on Fridays, or throw your slacks on, you have a business casual, or matching pants and a tie and loafers to be ready for your interview. Thank you. Give a round of applause for that. Who do we have next? Mr. Cruz. Who for it, Mr. Cruz? Now, I think you're like an expert at this. Who'll be willing to share his attire? Is he ready for an interview?
No.
He's casual, and why is he casual? Now, this is what the tennis shoes makes it casual, and this is inappropriate attire for an interview. It's not inappropriate for casual day, and most employers will say Friday's a casual day, so he can wear his loafers and maybe some jeans. The pants are fine. If you had a matching jacket to go with the pants, the shirt's fine, and just button up the shirt for a tie, he will be ready for an interview. Right? What about the arms? Oh, yes, you have to untie. Okay? So thank you. Appreciate it. Next. Come forward. You look beautiful today. Come over this way. Now, Miss Faye looks like she can walk down the runway. Right? What if I can walk down the runway?
It's not really a good setup anyway,
So, is she ready for an interview? Well, you know what? And let's go with that. She says she's ready because she's going to be a hostess at the Playboy Club. Well, listen. She has researched her employer and found out that her employer wants somebody to be creative, and so therefore she thinks she's dressing for the part. Now, it's up to you, when you're looking for a job, call and find out what is expected. You can call a receptionist. Say, I have an interview scheduled. Should I wear a suit, or should I be a little bit more creative in my dress? Is that appropriate? And the receptionist will let you know. So the receptionist told her to be creative. But if most of the part, 99% of the time, you want to dress in business attire. Okay, so very rarely I'm going to go and apply for a job at the paper club, right? Okay, you guys, I'll answer this question, but please, I really want you to write your questions down so we can get through the session. It goes so quickly. Go ahead.
I'm at a new training. And I walked in the first day, they said, why are you so dressed up?
So you got to do your research. Call the company and see what the company culture is like. Is it business professional all the time, or is it business casual environment? And business casual does not mean casual. These people look very nice. I love this dress, as a matter of fact. But it's not considered business casual or business professional. You're in a business environment. This looks like I am ready to go out to dinner and have some fun, dancing, strappy shoes, and his heels look like they're taller than 3 inches. You guys can't see it way over there, but this young lady, very attractive, but she's got a tight, short mini skirt on with high heels. You know, she will get lots of attention And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with getting lots of attention? Sometimes you get gross attention, but it's also a distraction in the workplace. So how many men or women may be distracted by this young, good-looking woman with this tight miniskirt? So you won't be able to get her work done. Absolutely. Yes.
I do the same thing. I did it, job. I'm tired now.
You look beautiful. Well, you're not finished. You're not finished. You're not finished. You're not finished. So, I also want you to take a look because you're dressing from head to toe, right? So with the head, they say have a conservative hairstyle. Beautiful. This is so professional what she has on. Okay, well, absolutely. And your now as far as the earrings, they're appropriate for another time of evening or going out. You don't want to wear dangling earrings. So when you're going on the interview, I'm not talking about once you have a job. Even when you have a job, you want to still be conservative, depending on your job, because you may be able to, if you're in a hairdresser or hair salon, you can get away with doing that. But in a business environment, your earrings are either going to be vaguely a little short than your earlobe, like not even a quarter of an inch below your earlobe, or sitting on as a post, or no earrings at all. So you either go with conservative jewelry or no jewelry at all. Now, if this, let's envision that this is, we'll do another lady here. Would you stay right here? Now, her makeup is tastefully done. It's not overdone. And so if you go on the interview, you want to do either little to no makeup. Actually, neutral colored lipstick is appropriate. You can put, if you love your red lipstick, you gotta have your red lipstick. Do it on after the interview. Go in the car, the minute you sit down in your car, put it on, but not for the interview. Thank you. She needs a round of applause. This is Senora Gomez. Do you know Senora Gomez? Mrs. Gomez? Okay. She's appropriately dressed. As a matter of fact, she could actually go on a job interview looking like this. What I would suggest, though, do a solid colored dress and no print. And the reason why I say that, and this is it's not my tips, it's the tips I read. Everybody's like, really? Because what I've read is that patterns confuse people. Some people don't like patterns. So if it messes with, gives them vertigo or whatever, so you want to kind of keep things that are less distracting to the interviewer. And you don't want to, she's doing perfect colors. You do either brown, blue, or black. Because pink or light greens, I love lime green. I was trying to wear a lime green jacket yesterday, but I knew it wasn't appropriate for etiquette. It's one of my favorite jackets. But somebody, if I'm interviewer may have a repulsion to lime green. Most people are okay with neutral colors, black, gray, and brown. So that's what you want to stay focused on. Ms. Gomez collar is appropriate height. She's not showing any cleavage. You don't want to show any cleavage going on your interview unless you're applying at the Playboys Club. Then you just show very little, okay? So now we will look at her earrings. She would probably take her earrings off before going into the interview room. When she gets back to her car, she can put them back on. Now, do you mind if I talk about her hair? So her hair is long, and it's probably how she wears her hair normally. And you probably don't want to change it too much, but maybe curl it a little bit so it's not just all over the shoulder, or maybe in a bun, a ponytail. You just want extreme hairstyles. Your hair is beautiful the way it's done. Pulled back, a little puff there. That's gorgeous. So you just think about your length of your hair. We're not trying to get you to be somebody that you're not. You just want to be a better you, and so just pull it back, make it more professionally attired. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I do want to, Ms. Gomez, her shoes. Beautiful shoes, and you know what? This color is all the rage this season, isn't it? The new color. And they're probably very comfortable shoes. Great height, nice leather pumps. We just can't wear them to the interview because of the open toes. And it has a little, it's designed on the back. So you're trying to, you know what, basically you're thinking, you want us to look boring. Not really, but you want to keep less distractions in your interview because you want the focus to be on you and not your attire. So if you come in something other than what's on this board or the piece of paper you have, your interviewer can start talking about your earrings. You know, I can say, oh, I just love your earrings, and where'd you get them? And then you tell me where you got them, and we go on and on and on. We talk about the shoes. And then the interview is over, and I'm interviewing other candidates, and I have to go before a team and say, okay, here are the people I interviewed, and they say, okay, tell me about this person. You can tell them about all the other people who dress like this, but then when you get to her, it's like, oh gosh, well, I remember she had some cute earrings on, you know? Oh, I loved her pumps. I think she was nice. That doesn't help her get the job. So, thank you. Okay. Yes. Okay, you know what? And men wear earrings in their ear all the time. And I would just have to admit my husband does. It drives me crazy. He's got a little post, a little gold post. But when he goes to work, he takes it out. You know, when he's going to meet a client, he takes it out. He reads at church, he takes it out. So if you got one, take it out. And then you can put it back in at the end of the interview. Sir, welcome back. This is Mr. Milton. Hey, Mr. Milton looking sharp again. This is our sharp gentleman yesterday. So he knows how to dress. We know that. Does he know how to dress for an interview today? No, not quite. Although, it depends. Do you know of a company that you can go in and dress like that? Okay, what's the name of the company? Home Depot or Lowe's. So, absolutely. Because we've seen, or even college, I was thinking about college. College students are told to either wear a tie or a polo, and they're encouraged to wear ties because it just makes them stand out among other students. But they're also told to wear blazers and polo or golf shirts, khaki pants, and loafers. And he actually looks like he's ready to go apply for college, which university. But it's still a nice outfit. I mean, he's thought enough. He knows he's going somewhere to interview, so this is the way he's looking. But if he's going for a business environment, corporation, this is what they're going to ask him to dress. Dark suit with matching dark pants, can be gray or brown with loafers. And they say don't do loafers that are too casual or the buckskin loafers. I'm not sure what that is. But you may be familiar with that. You can do loafers with the leather belt, little leather buckle, those that tie up, brown or black. You look pretty sharp. I would hire you. But if you're coming to AT&T, you may want to look like this. Okay? Thank you very much. All right. Any questions? I'll stop and answer questions for this section. Yes?
I understand, what this is about, but I guess the idea I don't like is it seems like they're trying to make us into a society of conformists. Kind of like, almost North Korean, you know what I mean? Like everybody's supposed to have this certain look and act. Social engineering.
Okay, well, let's answer that. And I can't respond to if everybody feels that way. I know a lot of people do, and so I'm not trying to change that mindset. But what I do want to say is that this is just trying to speak in your nonverbal cues, saying you're interested in a job. That's all. They don't want to. You don't have to be conformed to this. But when you show up the difference, is there anybody willing to admit that they're very casual in here today? I just need this for an example. Okay, would you like to come up for me? Both of you can come up if you like. So they've admitted to me that they're very casual. So, and I know they're very comfortable. This is who they are, and we're not trying to conform you, right? Okay. But if you went to AT&T, or give me another corporation, Coca-Cola, Exxon. If he walked in and would you come forward next one? The gentleman, I'm sorry. Okay. So between the two, if they both walked in, seriously, who do you think is going to get the job? Sure. Yeah.
Not making any talk with anybody. I would want the gentleman in the jacket, since he's got the lighter colored pants, the shirt is fine. But I think a lighter colored jacket would be more appropriate and a little more dressy for the dark, or he can have a darker color pants.
For the interview?
You got the different colors that are all good, but for an interview,
For an interview, you don't do light colors.
well, that's not true.
Not for the interview.
So darken it down, maybe
Right, we've already been through him, and we know that he should wear dark pants and matching jackets. We know
I
that.
didn't hear that.
Yeah, we were talking about he's more appropriately dressed for a college interview.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but we're just using for this example to address this gentleman's performance issue. We're not trying to perform anybody, we're just trying to visually, most people judge you in a split second, usually they say 30 seconds. Who's going to be the better fit in a corporate job? Now, it may be different. It may be different once he gets in the interview. Can you hear me? It may be different once you get in the interview. What happens is you're dressing to impress, make a first great impression. That first impression is what you're trying to go for. You may not have a chance to get to a second impression. So the first impression, I'll get to you, sir. This first impression, you walk in the door, and he's like, ooh. Are you kidding me? Did you wear tennis shoes to an interview? I'm going to tell you, I used to be a recruiter and interview people, and you have these thoughts as people are walking in, like, I can't believe you dress like this. And then you start talking to him. Now, he may change my mind, but if this gentleman comes in right behind him, like, okay, he looks like he's ready for a job. And I will allow him to make mistakes in his interview that I may not allow him to make because of the way he came dressed.
So even though that is more casually dressed, you may have stronger qualifications, but he's casually dressed.
What happens is that first impression, you're going for that first impression. So when you walk in the door, my mind says automatically he doesn't want this job because he didn't dress the part. He didn't come dressed like he really wanted to stand out. So then during the interview, as we're talking, can we talk at the end? Because what I'm really trying to get you all to understand is that you're trying to make that first great impression, allowing you to have the kind of interview that you want to have successfully. If you walk in and he still looks nice, he's not as casual as I would like him to be for this exercise. But if you were very casual, and I had an applicant just 6 months ago come in, looked like he just took the t-shirt off the floor, had a rip in it, and sat there asking for a job. Now, I don't think he really wanted the job. That's what you're thinking, because, I know people, the unemployment office, you have to have so many interviews. I think that's what he was doing with me, just checking me off the list. And see, that's what I'm saying. He walked in, I said, he doesn't really want this job. He may have, but he wasn't dressed for the part, right? So when he comes in like that, if he makes mistakes during the interview, like answers a question wrong, I'm going to be unforgiving. But if he comes in looking sharp like this, and maybe have your black pants and match your jacket and your tie, as he starts talking, he may make the same kind of mistakes he just made, but I'm going to be more forgiving for him. Okay? All right? Wait, your dress. Thank you. You want to come forward, ma'am? So she says she's casual too, and she knows it because her shoes are, what kind of shoes are those? They're sandals. So sandals are not appropriate. Very dangly earrings, very cute. Nose earring. So she knows. She knows now. She knows what she's going to have to do when she's ready to go to the interview. So thank you all for doing that for me. Yes. That's right.
Hiring managers come like this.
That's right. I'm sorry?
Hiring managers come like this.
Our managers talk? Hiring managers?
They talk, I hear them.
And it depends on the company again, because some hiring managers, you please, if you don't do anything else, research the company you're going to be interviewing for. Call the receptionist and say, I've got an interview scheduled, what's the appropriate time? So this is how I want to dress, do you think that's appropriate? Then besides that, hiring managers usually go through training, development training all the time. So, yeah, they probably will already know too.
They're taught, I mean, look, this guy wearing a tie and dark shoes.
Yes. Yes. You want to dress to impress. How will you dress to impress? When you dress to impress like this, like your business attire for women, business attire for men, or will you dress to impress like this? So you yourself can see who will probably get the job. Okay? I'll take maybe 1 or 2 questions and we're going to move on to the next. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to kind of clarify something that you said that you had worked in human resources recruiting for a while. I worked in human resources for 17 years. And I was trained, and I worked for several companies. I was trained, I think y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Most of you all that know me from forward, know I know how to dress. Okay. Right on, baby. And seriously, I do. But my thing is that first impression is good. But if I got 2 candidates coming in, this is not a personal statement, okay? If I got 2 candidates coming in for an interview, and one of them comes in, it'll be one of them, the guy with you, okay? And the other guy being him, okay? And when they come in, I don't form an opinion.
Right.
I'm not looking at what they got on, you know, because what I was taught was that you look not the first impression, but the lasting impression.
Well, you know what, and you're the kind of person that you want to interview with. They would probably want you to be the person interviewing. However, 99% of the time, you're going to find people who are very judgmental, who make quick decisions, mainly because they're busy. So hopefully we will have an opportunity to interview with someone like you, who's going to give us, if we mess up the first impression, the last impression. But what it is a gamble. So you don't want to gamble. If you can go in confidently, 100%, then this is the way you want to dress. So I'm going to have to move on, but if you go, are you all writing down your questions so we can answer some more at the end?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So let's see, did my payday people get paid?
No, they did not.
Okay, those of you that were up here, the 6 that were up here, the help is going to give you your first payday. And my sample people, that was pretty good. She said, why didn't he get a payday? And the girl next to him said, because we didn't get the job.
I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, if you got a pen and a piece of paper, take it out, and I want you to rate yourself today. Are you wearing a suit that is generally the preference of business environments? If you are, give yourself a 5. This is a scale of 1 to 5. 5 is the highest. Does your hair cover your eyes and face? If it does not, give yourself a 5. If it's halfway, give yourself a 3. Are you wearing too much makeup or bling? Like jewelry. You know, did you fit the criteria for the jewelry that was here? And one of the things that you want to do is to avoid wearing overwhelming fragrances or cologne. And a perfect example, my son went on an interview for an internship last week, and he got in the car with me. he looked sharp, you know, I guess he listened to me somewhere. But the cologne was just overwhelming. I didn't say anything to him because I didn't want to shake his confidence for the interview. But when he came home, I said, "What, you know, you had a lot of cologne on." And he said, "Oh, it's because my suit wasn't clean," because he throws everything on the floor, and he wanted to cover up the must. I was like, "Oh my goodness." So it goes back to when you have your interview, you need to be prepared, good hygiene, good grooming. Know in advance, if you've got an interview scheduled for next week, give it to the cleaners, because sometimes the cleaners may take a few days to get it back to you. He did. So, you know what he said to me about the clothes? He says, well, you know, he says smells are usually wear off me pretty fast, so I knew by the time I got there and had the windows down, it would be worn off. Whatever, you know, just give yourself a chance to, first of all, get your suit clean. Get it off the floor, put it in the cleaners. Get it, if you're, I'm going to tell you this with cleaners, the way they work. If you can normally get your suit in, say Monday before 9 o'clock, they may have it for you the next day after 5. So if you have a cleaner that's similar to that, know that schedule and get it in there. Otherwise, you won't have a nice outfit to wear. I do, Miss Eileen back there is a wardrobe consultant. And she works with people to make them look really good in their outfits. And she's almost 3 sizes smaller. So, you know, if you're worried about how you're going to look in a suit or a dress, you know, find some undergarments. It's going to give you that slimming look or make you feel better. Or get with a wardrobe consultant like Eileen, who's works with Artists International. But, so you all got your ratings? Yes. Are you wearing a suit that is generally the preference of business environments, unless you've been informed that you can wear something different? Does your hair cover your eyes and face? Are you wearing too much makeup or bling?
What's the range?
0 to 5. 1 to 5, 0 to 5. 5 in the highest. Turn on the board over here. So here's the rating. And the last one was, are you wearing overwhelming fragrances or cologne? So let's start at the top. If you scored yourself and you range 16 to 20, that means you feel that you are appropriately attired for an interview. You will make a great first impression and you'll be seen as a professional. If you don't want to be seen as a professional, that's okay. But if you want to know what it looks like to be a professional, that's what it looks like. If you're, oh, that's my 15 minutes left for the session? Yes. Okay. 11 to 15, acceptable tire. 6 to 10 needs improvement, and 0 to 5, unacceptable. We've got 15 minutes left in this session because we already did our questions, so we can just go straight to the mock interview. So please, I need you all to take a seat opposite of each other so that everybody has a partner.
This roll right here,
Question is, I can't right Everybody in the partner. Everyone face the front. One person. Okay. So what we're doing right now, everybody, is we're passing out interview questions that I want you to practice with each other. So you start interviewing, well, the people that are facing forward will be the interviewers. So you will have the questions, and then the people will answer, and then you're going to switch roles. Everybody, is everybody here? Is everybody here? Hello, ones. Did everybody hear what the instructions? So those that are facing forward will be the interviewers. And then the ones facing them will give the proper responses. And then we're going to switch roles.
I didn't. She needs. Which one does she want? This one.
Okay, a couple of things to remember when you go into the interview room. Please do not sit until you are invited to sit by the interviewer. Okay, so a lot of times people will walk in real quick and sit down and haven't been invited. Okay, so why don't those that are going to be interviewed stand up? Those that are being interviewed, not the interviewers. You sit down, you the interviewer. No, you sit down, you the I love that dress. All right, now, if you are you, does everybody have a partner? Who's not a partner? Okay, all applicants, all job candidates, please stand up. All job candidates. Not now, please, just board is facing me. Yes, so you're passing papers around. Okay. Interviewers, please greet your job applicants and then invite them to sit. You greet by standing up. You're going to be standing up too. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's facing towards the screen will be the interviewer. They're asking the questions. If your back is to me, then you're the job applicant. Okay? I have only 4 people up here who did the right thing regarding, that I can see you, some more may have done it, but these 2 are right here. Both people stood up, the interviewer greeted his job candidate and her job candidate, and now they're going to invite them to sit down. So thank you. Okay, and you guys don't have to stop, but just listen to me as you're interviewing. When you're the candidate and you're answering the questions, please make sure you just answer the question that's being asked you. Don't go on and on and on. Just answer the question that's being asked. Don't hijack the interview. Okay, hijack means you start talking about your personal life, you started adding more to it. Okay, let's come up with one last question to wrap up the interview, and then the candidates will practice asking for follow-up. So the interviewer will have one last question to interview, and then the candidate, before you all switch, will come up with a follow-up question. How do I get back to you? How long can you make a decision? Should I call you? They have a business card. So you think of what would make you feel comfortable to ask the interviewer. Okay, let's do that. Everybody has
No, now he's you don't want to have anything extra in your hand, obviously, just your resume, your references, no press call, emails at home, no telephone, leave them on your phone, That's right. Okay, we're ready for the raffle. I'm gonna let you go. We're ready for the raffle. Before you walk out, I want to say thank you. You have handouts on interview tips on what an interviewer may ask of you. What Miss Liz, Elizabeth, ladies, may I have your full attention, please? May I have your full attention, please? I know that you guys really got a lot out of the social etiquette class yesterday, which reminded you about talking and giving respect, actually, to those that are speaking. Now, I want you to practice that the rest of your conference so that, you know, they did pay me a little bit to teach you that. So, I want you to put that into practice. I want to say thank you. We spent a lot more time on the tires than I had hoped. So I want to make sure that you're comfortable with your interviews. We do have handouts for you with checklists and tips and questions that an interviewer may ask you, which is what you got, but we also have questions on what you should be asking the interviewer, okay? So that's important as well. We have a raffle. Can you go ahead and pull? And I want to say thank you. This is the last time you'll see me. I know many of you are going back home to different states. Good luck to you for the conference Friday. Thank you.